Hello, brothers and sisters. I once said, working-class people around the world have no innate desire to go to war with each other. They have to be conned into it by the sociopaths who will profit from it. Why I quoted this and what it meant. I said this because, in my life, I came to see the tragic cycle of conflict and the way it is often manufactured by those in power. Wars, at their core, are rarely about the noble causes they claim to serve. They are about profit, power, and control, and they are fueled by fear, manipulation, and the calculated efforts of those who stand to gain from the chaos. I spent years observing this grim reality, from the Second World War that cast a shadow over my childhood, to the brutal conflicts that dominated the headlines in the 60s and 70s. What I came to understand is that ordinary people, the factory worker, the farmer, the teacher, have no natural desire to harm one another. They do not wake up thinking of violence. They think of their families, their dreams, and the simple, beautiful things that make life worth living. But powerful interests, governments, corporations, arms manufacturers, have perfected the dark art of propaganda, of convincing us that our neighbors are our enemies, that the stranger across the border is a threat, and that our only choice is to march to war. How this applies today? Sadly, this truth remains as relevant today as it was in my time. The modern world is still plagued by conflicts engineered by those who profit from fear and division. Whether it's the endless wars fought over oil, the proxy battles waged in distant lands, or the political machines that thrive on fear and xenophobia, the playbook has not changed. The media too often plays its part, stoking the fires of conflict, painting others as enemies, and silencing voices for peace. This constant drumbeat of fear isolates us, divides us, and makes us easier to manipulate. Advice for today and the future. Question the narratives. Do not take the justifications for war at face value. Look behind the headlines, question the motives of those in power, and follow the money. Seek solidarity, not division. Remember that the person across the border, the stranger on the other side of the ocean, is more like you than different. We all bleed the same color, and we all want the same basic things: peace, dignity, and a chance for a better life. Resist the merchants of fear. Fear is the oldest tool of control. Resist those who try to manipulate your fears for their own gain. Challenge the voices that divide us. Promote peace in your daily life. Peace begins not in the grand speeches of politicians, but in the hearts and minds of ordinary people. Treat your neighbors with compassion, stand up for the oppressed, and speak out against injustice wherever you find it. Use your voice. Use your art. If you have a platform, use it to promote peace. If you have a gift, whether it is music, writing, or simply a compassionate heart, use it to break down the walls that divide us. A final thought. Imagine a world where ordinary people refuse to be manipulated into hating one another. Imagine a world where the working class, the everyday people who truly drive the engine of human progress, stand together against the forces that profit from their division. That world is possible, but it starts with each of us refusing to be pawns in someone else's game. So, my friends, keep dreaming, keep loving, and never forget that a peaceful world is not only possible but essential, if only we have the courage to demand it. Thank you, and peace be with you.